Oh no.
And we're live.
Oh no.
We're live. We were just talking about the woes of the New York Yankees, but you know what? This right here, this live stream will take my mind off of the woes of the New York Yankees. Um,
Can I
yeah,
can I can I brag? I'm gonna brag for a second.
I mean, go ahead, because I would.
So the Philadelphia Phillies, who have a bye into the second round, right? They're having an intra squad game right now down at the ballpark. They opened up the ballpark to sell tickets for the lower bowl.
Mhm.
31,000 tickets sold
Of
to
course.
watch an intra squad game of the baseball team here. That is dedication. That's just something special. Red October here is just something special,
You know what?
especially when you're the favorite to win it all.
Mm. I want to say something bad about the Phillies, but I can't.
Listen, I
I
am
just,
not saying
I
I
got
am not
nothing.
saying that I hope the Red Sox win, but now I also understand your dislike of Irish even more. It now it's coming full circle. It's all making sense.
My hatred of the song Danny Boy will go. So,
Listen, I worked in a cover band for 25 years. That song is the Dropkick Murphy song is
mhm.
in my top 5 of please don't ever let me hear this again. It's American Girl, Summer of '69, um, Don't Stop Believing, and that song is right there. Because I
Um,
heard them every night.
I was about to say, "Don't Stop Believing." Is I mean,
I
I'm
love
just a small town girl, you know.
I love the song. Oh, and what's that Bon Jovi? What's that awful Bon Jovi song that he does?
Living on a prayer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that, I understand. You know what? I'm gonna ignore Matt's chat all night because I know at some point it's gonna get personal in the chat because he's gonna say bad things about a person that I admire greatly.
Well,
She
we're gonna
didn't have
talk.
a good night. That's what I was.
You know what though? It wasn't just her that didn't have a good night.
No.
All of them did not have a good night.
So one thing I did want to talk about tonight is, and we've alluded to this over the last few weeks, over the last few months, how incredibly bad SmackDown is. And then, and this SmackDown wasn't bad. Like, I don't want to
No,
start off
no.
by saying it wasn't a bad show, but they're like tears to how good Raw was compared to SmackDown. Like, it just doesn't even feel a good SmackDown doesn't feel like an average Raw.
No.
Like, Raw has just these amazing episodes, and then SmackDown just has these episodes where it's just like, cool, things happened, you know? And a lot of things happened this Friday night, and I just lost Frank. I hope I get uh I hope I get Frank back. But along with the speed, a lot of things happened on Friday night on SmackDown. We had Cody comes out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Paul Heyman opens the show. There we go. We got Frank back.
I did a dumb thing. I refreshed the wrong screen.
It happens. But I was just starting talking about Raw, how Paul Heyman came out there. He's opening the show, and of course, like Paul Heyman does this tell where he just starts using people's catchphrases, and if he uses a catchphrase, you know that that person is coming out at some point during the show.
Yep.
He asked the crowd what they want to talk about, and immediately Cody didn't come out. You know, Paul got his stuff off, and then Cody comes out, and Cody Rhodes, the ultimate white meat babyface, standing in the middle of the ring. The Brawns come out of the crowd and it's surrounding him. He's like, I could do the smart thing and shut my mouth now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to fight these guys and get pummeled. But Randy Orton's music hit. We get a return of the Viper. Great moment, by the way. And
Yes.
every time I see Randy Orton, it's almost like you forget how jacked he is and how big he is now until he's standing next to Cody or standing next to Braun Breaker and making Braun Breaker not look as big as Braun Breaker is, because Randy is just completely swole. That's a, but it was. I thought it was a great opening segment. I mean, solid opening segment. Great as a stretch.
What
But
was the best part about the segment? The fact that you didn't have to wait for a commercial break at all.
you know, so I didn't watch SmackDown on Friday night. I watched it on Saturday, and I before I started because the USA app is utterly garbage. Like it is the worst app in the planet. It gives you commercials even though the show is over, and
Oh,
that annoys me. So I got Surfshark. I listened to you and Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon said get Surfshark. Kenny
hey,
said it.
Kenny was the reason I got it, and I found a way to use it where it doesn't mess up. Like I when I first looked into it, it was like 14 different hoops I had to jump through. It looked like, and then I
Hmm.
found an easy way that was literally one hoop, and
Yes.
it's smooth, and it makes my viewing, even when I'm trying to catch up. If I got a hockey game, which I seem to always have on Monday nights now,
Hmm.
um, catching up is a breeze.
Yes. Yes. It is such a game changer. It makes it watch. It doesn't make watching the show a chore. Like,
Now,
because even going well, Netflix doesn't make it a chore. The American Netflix when you watch Raw, because if you watch it back, it just goes straight through the commercials, which is not always a good thing because
now,
I did get to see some good stuff happen during a commercial break this past Monday when I watched Raw live. But yeah, back to SmackDown. Randy was eyeing that title up as everybody eyes the
mhm.
title up to kind of foreshadow, their wanting of the world championship. Then we get our first match of the night: Street Profits versus Mellow Domus, and I don't know how I feel about the Street Profits anymore. Cause like, what are we doing? Are we doing this? Are we not doing this? Are they back? Are they happy? Are they friends, brothers again? They giving each other daps? What's going on?
They're teasing it too much. Like it is now. It's too much teasing.
Because
I don't.
it came out of nowhere initially. Like
Right.
the initial them just standing there looking at each other angrily or just standing not looking at each other and ignoring each other was just so weird because it came out of left field.
Yep.
It was so poorly done. And then now you got BFAB who's bringing them back together. Bless,
Why?
bless BFAB. Like she's making the most out of her minutes because she just be there. Like she,
True.
she,
She is.
she just is there. She has like no presence, and not to say she is not easy on the eyes because I like she is extremely easy on the eyes, but it's just she just seems so goofy to me because she's just there and her words don't ever seem to matter.
Yeah.
Like her and Michin just I mean, I don't wish them ill and to not have their jobs, but I mean, they're just there, like
You're,
at this point.
you're taking TV time away from people that probably could benefit more than you could at this point in time.
Oh, we're definitely going to talk about taking TV time away in a little bit. But of course, Mello and The Miz, not on the same sheet of music. The Miz keeps he tags himself in, gets, he gets hit with whatever the Street Profits call their finishing move. And Carmelo just stands there and just watches them get pinned. And once again, we brought them back together to break them up. And I don't think anybody cares. And
Now,
this is not helping Carmelo Hayes at all. This is not the rub he needs.
it's not. It's I I don't know what they're doing. I mean, are they? So I read something recently that they said that they're going to stop telegraphing their NXT call up. So in the past, what they would do is you would see it, someone would lose their final match, they would
Hmm.
get a round of applause, and then they would come up the next day. And if you look back, Mr. Femi lost, right? Recently. And then there's all the rumors that he's coming up, but they didn't make that move yet, which I think is a good thing. I would rather be surprised
But
that someone's coming up.
but they haven't always done that because they've had these kind of semi call ups like Stephanie Vaquer She came up, but then
Yep.
she still was the NXT Women's Champion. They wanted to test the waters and see how she was going to do on the main roster, and of course she blew it out of the water. Same thing with Julia. They took a totally different route with Julia, which kind of leads us, which is almost a perfect segue into the next match where we have B-Fab and Michin against Julia and Kiana James. And back to the point of the NXT call-ups, I mean, I hope they have something for Oba if he is getting called up. Him losing to Ricky Saints made absolutely no sense to me unless he's getting called up.
Right. I think they're calling him up. I just think they're trying to make you like watch over here, and then all of a sudden he'll be there.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to him actually making his main roster debut. And we keep talking about John Cena's last match, and who better? To me, my personal pick would be the ruler, would be Oba Femi. He is a monster.
I think that would be a great passing of the torch match, but I'm starting to see a lot of traction on Gunther versus John Cena.
Oh, I'm not mad at that.
I don't hate it either.
I'd never be mad at Gunther getting a big match unless it's against Bill Goldberg again. But I digress. The match between Michin, B-Fab, Julia, and Kiana James was a match that happened on SmackDown. It was 4 people. They wrestled. They did holes. They did suplexes. They did a bunch of moves. Julia won, and Julia, I've seen videos of Julia in Stardom. I've seen, like, in NXT, Julia just had this aura about her, but it is completely gone. Like, everything that she had in the past seemed to be neutered. She seems to be just kind of on autopilot. I mean, she just had this swagger. Like, she had this kind of Iyo Sky-esque kind of, right, that lean back, just kind of just the tranquilo, as they call it. Mm-hmm. Like, she had that it factor, kind of like Naito had in New Japan. But she was vicious though. Like, she was also, right, like, at one point she shaved her head. She came out looking like a G.I. Jane, but like a killer, like the killer. Like, she was a beast in Stardom. And now we have this very family friendly. She's a heel, but like, Kiana James brings nothing to her presence other than Kiana James being next to her and being taller than her and looking.
And it's not doing anything good.
No, not at all. She doesn't have the character. She's not a mouthpiece to get you over. Right. Chelsea Green is a mouthpiece to get you over. You want somebody to get you over. Align yourself with Chelsea Green, which Nia Jax decided not to do when Nia had her backstage segment where Chelsea comes and tries to, get her to join the Chelsea Revolution or whatever paper she had, and Nia rips it up.
The Secret Service. She wants her to join the Secret
Service. Oh
yeah. Because Piper Niven is injured and might be gone long term. But before you go any further, I missed my little last time in actions. I'm like, recap the last time in action.
Let's do it.
Totally forgot. So the Street Profits defeated Mellow Don't Miz on SmackDown August 29th. The Street Profits also lost to the Wyatt Six at Clash in Paris on August 31st. Julia defeated Michin on SmackDown way back in September 5th. B-Fab lost to Chelsea Green in the main event, on Saturday night main event, way back on August 4th. So B-Fab hasn't even wrestled in a singles match all the way back to August 4th. And then Michin defeated Kiana Jane on August 29th on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So you had a long time in between these people wrestling.
Because they did the stop and start with B-Fab and Michin as a team, and then B-Fab went back with the Profits. Yep. And then she stopped wrestling. And then Michin finally was like, I need help because I keep getting jumped out here. And then she comes and then they lose, which was bad, but I kind of skipped a segment because I was starting to talk about Nia Jax because I get Matt made his comment about Chelsea teaching Nia how to wrestle. I mean, that's not a bad idea because Chelsea, excellent wrestler. But we had a backstage segment after the Julia and Kiana James won. We had the women's tag team champions in the back, Charlotte and Alexa, just looking goofy and enjoying their own company. And Sol Ruka and Zarya appeared.
Yeah.
And that immediately piqued my interest because those two can go in the ring. And that's a match now I want to see. I'm ready to see this match tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. I would like to see that.
Yes.
Sorry, my Instacart shopper was telling me stuff that they don't have, and I'm.
Oh, that's unfortunate. that is unfortunate. But that would mean because I mean the women's tag team titles could get defended on NXT, which I think would make a lot of sense. I think you could get a lot more traction with those titles in NXT. There are not too many tag teams, but there's so many women on that roster that you can do stuff with because, I mean, in all honesty, NXT has a stacked roster.
Yeah.
And as I say that, I had a flashback. Jasmine Nix, she opted out of a new contract with the WWE. She is now gone. And that's when I found out that NXT talent only makes $70,000 a year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Which is crazy because that's not too much. I mean, I don't make that much a year, but I'm not that far away from it. So it is insane because I definitely am not putting my body on the line sitting behind a computer every day. I'm not. Now, I put my mental stability on the line troubleshooting some of these problems, but I think Matt makes more than them talking crap on a podcast YouTube.
I mean, in that is entry level, but that's entry level for. I mean, I guess they are corporate. I don't know.
For sure they're corporate, but
I mean, but that's not a lot of money to make for the rigors you put your body through, like stuff that could take years off of your life.
When you get up to the main roster, you're getting a minimum, according to the AI overview in Google, because AI is our gods. You're getting a minimum of $350,000 for main roster talent, and then NXT wrestlers seem to range between 50 and 100.
So I thought it would start at like 100. If the main roster was 300, I thought it would teeter around 100. Which
was she that popular? Like, was she super, super popular?
No, but like you have to in her she. So I feel terrible for. So I'm in a wrestling group on Facebook, and somebody posted that, and I was like, she's gonna make great money on the Mandy circuit,
right?
Which is and she came out and said she's not gonna do that. She was a soccer player. She said she made a lot more money in Iceland playing soccer than she did in NXT. It was something she wanted to do, and like you could tell with her, it wasn't her dream to be a wrestler, right? It was kind of a means to an end, right?
Sure.
Like a lot of these NIL signees are means to end, right? Oh, I want to get my face on TV. Mm-hmm. Once you get to know my name, maybe a team, like if I play volleyball, like I think Sol Ruka played volleyball. It was like Izzy Dame. She played volleyball in college. Like all of these people, maybe if I get my name out there, if I want to go to Hollywood, there's so many different routes, so many different avenues that the WWE can open for you. But she said she's going to go back because she's had so many knee injuries over the last years. Over the last, I think, 2 years, she's had 3 significant knee injuries.
That's crazy.
And the thought of you going back to play soccer.
I mean, yeah. So according to Fightful, and this is back in February, minimum for Raw and SmackDown stars was $250K. Airfares covered by the company, but hotel and rental cars aren't. And then each wrestler has different deals based on merch and whatnot. and stuff like that. Whereas Roman Reigns is making $15 million a year and Seth Rollins is only making 9. And I say only 9, but like still they're, Brock Lesnar's only at 12, was only at 12. Roman obviously being the top dog and Cody was at 10. That's a lot of money.
It is.
But what you were saying, going from wrestling, which your whole body is getting jacked up all the time, to running around playing soccer. I mean, it's
it's totally different muscle groups. It's like going from being a swimmer to being a tennis player, right? It's two totally different muscle groups, and you're also not banging your body. That's like, going from wrestling to play football might be more comparable as far as the wear and tear on your body. With soccer, it is straight cardio. It just, I don't know, but best of luck to Jasmine Nix in her future endeavors. But that I just was thinking about the call ups and Idris Enofe. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He just posted a video yesterday saying that he was gone from the WWE, from NXT as well. He had been injured for he had a nice little buzz maybe 2 years ago. Had a really terrible ACL injury, and he had been gone for, I feel like, over a year. He came back. His tag team partner was gone too, and he just, posted that he's gone from the WWE as well. And I don't think they're firing them now. I think they're just letting their contracts go. Hey, we're not going to renew you, or the talent simply doesn't want to be renewed. Man, if you say you're only making $70,000 to $80,000, there's so many other things I could do to make you have to really love it. But then again, the alternative is going on the indies and making half of that.
And paying your own way pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Mike, I didn't realize that you were making almost 15 million playing for Gypsy Wisdom. When I was in the Rockets, we didn't make that much money. Mike is a local friend of Matt and I's, plays in a local cover band. Incredibly talented singer.
If you guys made $15 million, you guys were here, then
Mike is also a diehard wrestling fan.
If y'all were here after making, I would question life choices.
I would still do this no matter how much money I made. I would still do this in the geek spot, because hanging out with you and, even though Matt's chattering away and talking nonsense most of the time about Seth Rollins, I still like listening to him.
Indeed. But if you made 50, I would hope that you bring me into a studio. We have a real studio.
Yeah. We'd be doing it live.
Yes, live.
Like the Undertaker and Michelle McCool.
Man, that's a story. That is a topic for another time.
That is. I do want to not tonight, but I definitely want to get into that because the next match on SmackDown was by far the match of the night.
So before we got to the next match on SmackDown, though, we did have an angry, in a boot, Drew McIntyre walk down to the ring with a boot on, and he complained, and Nick Aldis came out and said, why you can always complaining? Like, one, how did you get that boot? Because our doctors didn't give you that boot, which I thought was really, really funny.
That was hilarious.
It's like, why are you wearing a boot? Our doctors didn't say you needed a boot. And then Jacob Fatu's music came on. And this is by far my best part. Jacob Fatu took a headbutt, and then he took off Drew's boot and beat him with it. It was like
it was a weird, that's a weird interaction just overall.
So random.
Random. And that is what I loved about wrestling, was the randomness of stuff, that it didn't always have to be. I don't always want to see the same 4 people at the end of a show doing the same thing, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes, because the same 4 people ended another show doing the same thing that they've been doing for the last couple of weeks. This was totally random, totally out of left field, and it was good to see Jacob back on TV.
It was, and it makes me realize that this match is going to cook. Jacob and Drew is Damian and Jacob, great matches. Drew and Jacob are going to have some really good matches.
Yeah,
But then we did get the best match of the night.
absolutely.
Sammy does an open challenge. They're in Orlando, and Javon Evans comes out.
So
And
Sami Zayn last defeated Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown September 19th. Javon Evans defeated Josh Briggs at NXT way back on September 9th. Please continue.
you know what? He beat him on Saturday too, but at No Mercy. Great match.
Oh, God.
If this wasn't Javon Evans' call up, which is not, because he actually has a TNA X Division Championship match at Bound for Glory against Leon Slater. But he's actually going to be they're having a TNA versus NXT showdown. They called it Invasion originally, and apparently that upset Israel because of the date and the word invasion, and they course corrected. They changed it to TNA or NXT Showdown. But if this would have been his call up, this would have been probably up there with Kevin Owens' call ups for one of the best call ups that we've ever seen, because he put on, once again, if you can't put on a good match with Sami Zayn, wrestling's not for you.
No.
Because Javon Evans and Sami Zayn were incredible on Friday night.
I sat there and was just wowed by that match. I mean, that kid showed out.
And Sammy, but one of the best parts of the match to me was at the very beginning of the match when Sammy like locks him up, and then he lets him get up, and he puts him down. He gives him his hand, picks him up, and brushes his shoulder. It was like, hey, young kid, like that pat on the shoulder, call him the young kid, like, hey, I'm gonna teach you a few things in the ring. And then of course Javon Evans puts him on his ass, and then he does the same thing. And I was like, you know what? Little things like that make the match better. But then after that, they turned it up, right?
Yeah,
And then Sammy was like, I'm gonna teach you a few things in the ring. And he did for a second. And then Javon, boy, he some underdog babyface stuff he did in that match, and that boy is bouncy. Like he gets up so high on a lot of those moves. Great match, man.
He did a springboard clothesline that he almost overshot Sammy. He got up so high. It's crazy.
Yes, the I guess the world's prettiest RKO, if you want to call it that, where he jumps the ropes and he gets up so high. Of course, you got to give to take that RKO, but man, it looks so great. Like it's great match. Sammy won, which was the right call, but at the same time, like, man, I would not have been mad if Javon would have won that match.
No, not at all. And that would have been the best call up. That would have been the best call up. Him not winning, I mean, I get it. You got to let Sammy run with this for a little while, and these open challenges is a good callback to the Kurt Angle time, and you're building the belt up. And I have friends that sometimes watch, sometimes don't, that absolutely despise everything about Sami Zayn. They think they think Sammy's got pictures of Triple H, and why is he out here? And I don't have the Sami Zayn hate in my heart. He's not my favorite wrestler, but I appreciate what he brings when he comes every week, and he'll wrestle every week if you let him.
Oh yeah, for sure, and just put on a good show.
Yes.
That was a great match. That was what the open challenge is supposed to be.
That was the opposite of what the next match was, is what you're saying?
Yes, that is opposite. But hold on, I did. So there was a Shinsuke sighting.
Yeah,
on
that's
SmackDown.
weird. That
Very weird. Yes.
Again,
With him just
random.
lurking. Extremely. But we did find out that JC Mateo is still part of the MFTs, or he's part of the family, or the family trio, whatever they're calling this group now, because Solo did another interview kind of putting over JC. I'm not buying it.
I don't know what they're doing with Solo at this point.
He had such a good thing. Like he was on a roll for a second.
Yeah.
He was out there. He was doing comedy. He made everybody laugh, and he was getting himself over. He was like that whole. Nobody likes the MFTs, but like when Solo comes out there, it's entertaining. At least it was entertaining. This is the opposite of entertaining. whatever they're doing
These
right
little interviews, these little diatribes that he's going on were just like, eh.
So did I miss a match?
You didn't miss a match. You just missed a backstage segment. Well, yeah.
Are we talking about the wheelchair man? What are we doing with Kit Wilson? All of this toxic masculinity that's going around, and Damian Priest with the quote of the year, "Bitches be tripping." That made me so mad. Like
It made you mad because you laughed.
yes.
Because it shouldn't have been that funny. Road Dogg didn't write that.
No, for sure. And after he said that line, after Kit Wilson tripped over his own, like he was so afraid of Damian Priest throwing him through another wall, he tripped over his own wheelchair trying to get away. Damian Priest says bitches be tripping, and then turned around to get kicked right in the face.
I'm assuming that's going to be either a SmackDown main event or I don't know. I don't know if there's a reason to squeeze them into Crown Jewel. I don't really see a reason for it.
I mean, unless it's a cage match, like this has to be a stipulation match. It has to be
like no kicks allowed or nothing but kicks.
Yeah, nothing but
kicks only. Kicks only.
Brian James, I know you're listening. If you are going to write a SmackDown main event for next week, Damian Priest versus Aleister Black, you have to have your hands tied behind your back and you could only kick each other.
I'm telling you right now, if there's a kicks only match next week, I know my man's watching, watching.
For sure.
Because there is no other streaming wrestling show, no streams. Nobody's asking for that. I don't want it, but that's what's going to happen.
I don't think the Road Dogg knows what anybody wants. And it's funny, we keep talking about the Road Dogg, and now my YouTube keeps bringing up New Age Outlaw content. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, every other day I'm getting these like, oh, when the New Age Outlaw formed up, it's like, why? Mm-hmm. Brian James, stop stalking me. Stop stalking me.
So, but the last time in action, so we got our triple threat main event, right? Yes, I'm gonna let you talk about it first, and I'm gonna let you fight with Matt. But Tiffany Stratton and Jay Cargill fought to a double countout on SmackDown September 12th. Nia Jax, however you want to say her name, she lost to Tiffany Stratton way back in the Clash in Paris. I can tell you right now, the start of this whole debacle was Tiffy Time's fault. But please go ahead. You may begin. And Matt's already started.
Before I watched it, I saw, not to defend Nia, but I'm always going to defend Nia. I didn't see what she did so bad to Jade that she busted her open. She did push her into the stairs. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, right. I mean, but Jade didn't put her hands up at all. Like, Jade went head first into, like, her hands didn't go up until she hit the steps. And then it was just like she was peeling herself off the steps. Not saying it was Jade's fault, because, I mean, I can't even imagine having to do some of those things they have to do and have to have some of those split-second reactions that they have to not hurt themselves. Mm-hmm. And this is not to defend Nia, but I just didn't see it. Like, I watched it back a few times, and it was just like, I mean, she didn't do anything. Like, she didn't really slam her head. She just kind of, push her head. I mean, but you're right. There is too. But they say the same thing about Sasha Banks, right? They said Mercedes Moné's an injury. She injured a lot of people too. I would say there is an issue with women's wrestling And I've said this before, and it's not an issue with the women. Their timing is always off. Like, unless you are the top of the top, unless you're Lyra facing Becky, where they just seem to have the most impeccable timing, or your Iyo, like they just seem to always have this off timing. And this
Yeah.
match was nothing but completely mistimed moves and mistimed, like everything was just off by 2 or 3 seconds or 2 or 3 milliseconds that just made it all look really sloppy. And it just made me realize none of those three women need to be in the main event scene. Like
No, I totally agree. And Mark Henry came out and defended Jade Cargill and said, if you think she can't wrestle, you got another thing coming. And Chelsea Green came out and defended Nia Jax, saying what a great person she is. And I'm never going to debate the fact that Nia is not a great person backstage. I've seen the little TikToks and the dances, and they're all friends, and that's great. But the ending role of this match, from when Jade got hurt, Tiffany didn't get in the ring in time to break up the count originally. And then when she pinned Nia, or was it Jade to pin Nia?
It was Jade pinned Nia, and then Tiffy came and pushed her off,
which was late. She was a couple
pinned
seconds late.
Nia.
She pinned Nia, and they didn't count. They didn't call it a 3 count there, right? That's
correct.
And that was, so again, I've been doing a lot of reading because I knew Matt was going to come prepared.
Yes.
That in an injury situation, the referee's supposed to do the shoot and count to 3, and that's what Nia thought was going to happen. Was Nia didn't pick her shoulder up because she expected the ref to count 3 and end the match early right there.
Because Jay was injured. Because Jay was injured.
But the ref made the call and didn't pull her hand up, which then caused Nia to look horrible pulling her shoulder up 2 seconds after that to then get the count. It was on Tiffy. Even the wrestler said it, that she was late to the breakup. But it's not just on Tiffy.
Yeah, no. Like, I just think all three of them, this was a mess of a match. It didn't flow. Like, I don't like to play. I can't do what they do.
Oh,
right. I don't like to place blame. And I would never say that Jay's not a good wrestler. Nia's not a good wrestler. Tiffany's not a good wrestler. They're just not good together.
Right.
Like none of Tiffany and Nia Jax's matches have been great. They've never, they've had some hard hitting matches, but they haven't been great matches. I don't think Tiffany Stratton has had a great match since she's been on the main roster. I can't recall one great match she's had.
She had it. No.
She's had good matches.
No. Look, I don't hate Tiffany.
No.
And I don't hate Jade, and I don't hate Nia. I mean, I've talked shit on Nia too. But since now move it over to doing this and talking about this more with someone else with a different point of view, because all my friends felt the same way about Nia. Seeing it from a different point of view, I can look at it a different way. The three of them don't mesh. There's zero chemistry between the three of them at all. And they keep trying to force feed those three together. And there's just no chemistry. If you look at the Raw women, there's chemistry bouncing off the charts.
And that's like, my thing was Bianca. Like, and I put this in the chat. This roster needs Bianca so bad, because Bianca just makes she can make any match. She can, like, she is the EST of SmackDown. They need Naomi back, right? They need the pillars of SmackDown, right? Yep. You need Charlotte in singles action that everybody want. Like, you need the mainstays, and they're trying to push Tiffany to become that. But I don't think she's there. Like, I after watching this match, it was like, man, like all three of them would they didn't have it on Friday night.
No.
And I don't want to say they're terrible, because I don't think any of them are terrible. Even Nia, I don't think she's terrible. There's
no mesh.
Yeah, Booker T said it. It was a bad night. Like, they had a bad night, all three of them. Everybody in that match is to fault for how bad it went. I won't place any blame. Every single one of them deserve a bit of the blame for how bad that match
and and
was.
and before we move on, yes, there's definitely a pattern with Nia being involved in the
I
injuries.
could agree with that.
There is, and obviously the people that book these matches, the people that are there, see something that we don't in these women. And again, we don't see them all the time. We get them for 10, 12 minutes a week. And we don't get to see everything else that goes into it. When they're rehearsing and going through their matches and what they're going to do is different than when it comes out on live TV.
Of course.
I'm trying to be more open about that. But go ahead.
It was a bad match.
It was.
It just was a bad match. I think I was thinking about this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Give Chelsea the damn belt. What are we doing? Why is Chelsea Green not in the main event scene? I don't understand this.
I don't know what they're doing with her. I don't know why. I know we said. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was writing something.
Oh, it's fine. I think if you look at the SmackDown roster, she is the most consistent performer they have on the women's roster, other than Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss,
Yep.
and Bianca Belair.
And she's willing to do anything.
Anything. She will she's a great heel. She will elevate the title through her tyranny, and I think Nia Jax needs to roll with her. She's the person that will get you over. Yeah. And then Piper gets better, and then you got Nia and Piper as a tag team. Come on, man!
Bayley's a great wrestler, but she's on Raw.
Yeah, Bayley's on Raw. If Bayley's on SmackDown,
all the women on Raw are all the way up here right now. They're all up here firing on all cylinders. But I like to talk about chemistry. I love segues. We said we were going to rank our top 10 tag teams, right? So before we do the Raw thing, because I know Matt's very engaged right now, and Matt made his list, and I made a list. I actually got to 20, but I'm gonna start at 10, and I'll throw my other 10 in at the end. I based my top 10 wrestling tag teams of all time. It has a little bit of based on what I like and championships. So kind of a little bit of a mix. All right. So Matt, pull out your list. T didn't get to make a list.
I didn't.
And that's okay.
So what I will say is, on both of your lists, if you guys don't have the Body Donnas on your list, then your list is.
I should stop that in because I forgot them on.
If you don't have the Killer Bees on your list, then
when I got some really good ones down from 10 to 20 that didn't crack the top 10 for 11 to 20. Okay. But I'll start with my number 10.
Okay, let's hear it.
You're gonna the way I rank these. Sometimes oh my God. I have at number 10, the Road Warriors. Way down at number 10.
Man, you better be glad Bully Ray ain't listening to this, or he wasn't in your home, because he probably beat you up right now.
He might hit me over the head with something because he looks at them as the greatest tag team of all time.
Yes, correct.
But I don't think they won a ton of championships either.
Well, I mean, they won a lot on territories like AWA.
I included all that too.
Mm-hmm. But also at the time, they also had decade-long runs, right? They would have the title for 3 years.
Right. So they won. I'm wrong. They won 17 professional tag team champions across the NWA, AWA, WWF/WWE, along with numerous independent titles. And yes, they were. But to me, that's where they sit. Now, Matt at number 10 has the Young Bucks.
Okay, Matt, I will just immediately throw your list out of the window.
I don't have them. I don't have them in my top 10.
I kid. I mean, I could definitely see why you would have the Young Bucks are just
Yeah.
As far as this generation, what they've done for tag team wrestling, because like honestly, outside of the Usos and the New Day, WWE really didn't care about the tag team division for a long time. But in
No, they didn't.
AEW, they made sure that the tag team division, that's why you got the Lucha Bros. That's why FTR went to AEW. We had other tag teams. We've had so many different tag teams in AEW. And I would say 90% of it is because of the Young Bucks, right? To make sure, one, they had competition,
Yeah.
and two, they could showcase tag team wrestling, because why not? So I definitely, I can't argue with them being number 10 on any list.
At number 9, I have the Hart Foundation. Now, the Hart Foundation only won twice. That's it. But I watched them growing up, and I liked them. So I had them at 9. I had to separate today's Bret Hart, the Bret Hart that I didn't hear talk a lot. Ooh, that's
Both
low,
of you guys
Matt.
have good. Both of y'all have good lists so far. I hate to say this. I think the Hart Foundation is a little overrated as a tag team.
That's why they're down there at 9 for me.
I think that
Matt, at number 9, Matty has Rock and Roll Express, one of my favorite tag teams growing up.
you can't go wrong with the Rock and Roll Express.
No,
you
sir.
can't. Like, I mean, to say that 9, that actually might be a little low.
At number 8, for me, the New Age Outlaws.
All right. I know Brian listens to the show. You don't have to kiss up to him because he listens to the show. That's a bit egregious. Like I would.
As in too low?
No, as in how are they on your top 10 list? Like the New Age
Well, they won.
Outlaws.
Okay, so they won 12 times. They won the tag titles 12 times.
Where?
The New Age WWE, 5 WWF World Tag Team Champions, 1 WWE Tag Team Championship, and 3 Hardcore Championships. Well, that doesn't count. So
I was about to say,
Nine.
there's no way
So
that
nine.
12 times. That's more than the New Day.
they won the WWF World Tag Team Championship 5 times, and the WWE Tag Team Championship 1 time.
I mean, respect.
Matt has
to the New Age
FTR.
Outlaws. I'm definitely not mad at that. I love FTR. I remember when the revival showed up at NXT and nobody knew who they were, and they would always chant, "What's your name?" Like FTR. They revived it in NXT, I would say. Like they put on some classics. And of course in AEW too.
Yeah, no, they won all over, and I didn't
for sure.
I didn't limit my thing to just WWE or just WCW. That's why my number 7 might get me a little flack, because I know that T would have this team in his top 3 easily.
The Eliminators. Go ahead.
I put the Harlem Heat at 7.
Can't go wrong with Harlem Heat.
10-time champions, 3-time Global Wrestling Federation champion, 1-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team champion, a 10-time WCW champion, and one of the greatest promos to ever air on television.
Man, Harlem Heat just came at the complete right time in WCW. And once again, can't go wrong with the Road Warriors at number 7.
Nope, that was Matt.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Harlem
Okay.
Heat or the Road Warriors at 7.
Now, would you have put them higher on your list?
No.
Okay.
I thought about that. I was really struggling where to put Harlem Heat, because I don't go off a tag team title. Honestly, I was going off my favorite tag teams.
That's more where I lean this into, and I know Matt went more titled wise. Right.
I mean, but like in that fashion, I think more of Bret Hart as a singles wrestler. That's why I always thought Hart Foundation was a little overrated, because we think of Bret as the excellence of execution, not the excellence of tag team wrestling.
One of the more decorated tag team champions to hit my number 6.
World's greatest tag team.
World's greatest tag is the Bushwhackers. No, it's the Midnight Express.
Okay.
Bobby
Hold
Eaton and Dennis Condrey, or Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane.
Stan Lane. Yeah.
15 tag team championships across 7 different promotions. The Midnight Express, with their manager, who I liked at the time to hate, Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette. I've never seen them wrestle. I've never seen
God,
a
they were
Midnight
good.
Express match.
And Matt
I've
has
never.
the Steiners at number 6, or the Stainers, as he wrote, because I hope he typoed that on purpose.
I love Bobby Eaton, the best leg drop in the business.
Yep.
The off top row, man. I love
Yep.
Bobby Eaton. He was one of my favorite WCW wrestlers growing up, watching Saturday Night. He always made his way out there. Loved Bobby Eaton, but I've never got a chance to see Midnight Express wrestle.
Oh, I love them.
The Steiners, 6 might be too low.
I can honestly tell you, I don't have them in my top 5.
So you don't have them in your top 10?
Nope, not the Steiners.
That's
I'll tell you what.
wild.
I'll roll through my other 10 to let you know after this. At
That's
number
wild.
5 for me was the Midnight Express's greatest foil, the Rock and Roll.
I would say the Rock
and Roll Express.
They were massive.
Oh,
They were massive.
23 titles across various promotions.
Still wrestling.
And they are still Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, and they look every bit of their age right now.
Yes,
These
correct.
guys are-
They-
But God, there was no one I loved better growing up than the Rock and Roll Express. I loved them with the flair and all the dancing and all that. Oh, they were awesome. They won the NWA World Tag Team Championship 8 times. They won the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champions. United. They won everywhere.
correct.
Edge and Christian for Matt at number 5.
Not
didn't
mad
make
at
my
that
top
at all.
10. Didn't
Not
make my
mad.
top 10.
I wouldn't put them in my top 10 either, but I can't argue it though. Like
No.
I can't give you a reason why they shouldn't be in anybody's top 10. Great tag team. One of the best tag teams of all time.
Absolutely. 5-second pose.
Like you talk about people making the most of their minutes, because they should not have been as great as they were. Like they should in no part.
And-
Edge was always the B+ player. Christian was like a CC+ player, and they just made themselves into being great. They made themselves legends.
It catapulted Edge to one of the best single stars, and Christian kind of stayed mid and then went to AEW and rose himself up. And good for him.
Well, so Christian, infamously, they said Vince McMahon said the reason he never pushed Christian because he thought he was ugly. Have you heard that? Have you heard that story?
Yeah.
He just said
That's hilarious.
But Christian went to TNA, became Captain Charisma, and became an instant classic. And just, I mean, when you have Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, like Perk Angle,
Perk
like
Angle back then, yeah.
man, like he became a main event player through TNA, went back to WWE.
I forgot
and
about
Vince
TNA.
really just did not like him, man. Like Vince really would not pull a trigger on him, and he's just done great things everywhere he's gone. Other than under Vince's regime, just making him job out to Randy Orton and making
It's crazy what he could have been if Vince liked. He would have been
Correct.
right there with Edge.
Yes. I mean, great character. I mean, the stuff he does in AEW.
If you look at what they both came from, though, from the acolytes or whatever the hell they were with
The Brood.
The
The
Brood.
Brood, yeah.
In single, here we go, from Watch Addict. In singles, Christian works better as an older guy, whereas Edge worked better when he was young. Script flipped for them both with age. Okay. That's a good. Yeah. I appreciate that.
In AEW, Christian has put on some of his best work,
Yes.
like wrestling and on the mic.
Yep.
And boy, he ultimate heel. I really don't like that. He's kind of turned pseudo face now that they're back together.
I saw it really fast before I go into my number 4. I was listening to Sam Roberts on the Pro Wrestling Nation, and somebody called in and was like, "Edge needs to leave in October and go wrestle Cena." And Sam goes, What's he going to do? Leave AEW, go lose a match to the top guy in WWE, and then go back to Tony Khan and be like, hey, I'm ready to sign a new contract. Let me back in. And everybody's like, wait, didn't you just lose to John? No. That wasn't me. Like, you can't do that. Fan booking would be the best. But there's just not that. You're not going to let him leave AEW, go lose to John Cena, then come back to AEW. That's just not, correct, unfortunately, how things work on planet Earth.
No, especially not with Tony Khan, because Tony Khan might do something crazy.
And even as much as Tony Khan loves wrestling history and what an impact match that would be, he's going to have to make deal with John Cena and AJ Styles to be a wrestling fanboy right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, because where's the money? Like,
right.
Where's the money in him, letting him go over there?
There's no money for Tony Khan in letting him go over there at all.
Exactly.
At number 4, I have the New Day. Way down at number 4.
It's cool to be wrong. We can all be wrong. We can all be wrong.
Oh, we're going to disagree. We're going to disagree in the top 4. I know that. Matt, where are you at number 4?
I would love to see where Matt's at number 4.
So would I. You got the Usos at 4. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. New Day won 12 WWE championships. 7-time SmackDown, 5-time reign at WrestleMania, and 1-time NXT. Only problem I have with the New Day is there's 3 of them.
I don't like this. I mean, okay, I won't say I don't like Xavier Woods and Kofi, but like Kofi and Big E were different. Like that's the A team, right? Kofi and Big E they were the team.
I'm going to lose a couple more people with my top 3, I think. But
all right, I'd love to hear you. I mean, Matt, I can't believe you got the Usos at 4, but I'm gonna let you live.
Well, I got the Usos at 3. I got the Usos in my top 3. Longest reigning tag team champions of all time. And I'm here for the.
I respect that.
See,
Okay.
That's got Day at 3. I don't have a problem putting either of them in either spot.
I mean, in all honesty, yeah, it could really go either way with those 2.
Yep, Mega Cereal Box at WrestleMania 32. Loved it.
Yeah.
Bootios.
Yes.
Love me some Bootios. At number 2, I have T's favorite wrestler.
Oh God!
In a tag team situation.
I forgot about these guys.
The Hardy Boys at number 2. Soon to be back in the WWE for a retirement tour. The Hardy Boys have won a total of 15 World Tag Team Championships across WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor. And Matt and I finally matched up. We both have the Hardy Boys at number 2. I'm wondering if we're both going to have the same tag team champions at number 1.
I'm extremely, unless you guys got the Brain Busters as the number 1 tag team of all time, then I don't know. I
mean, I was going to put the Killer Bees there. I think that was the slot I was waiting for.
The Mounties.
I put the Y at 6. No. At number 1, I have the Dudley Boys. It can't.
Oh God!
23
Philly guys,
champions across all these wrestling promotions. The Dudley Boys reign supreme on almost every list you can make anywhere. The Dudley Boys are at the top, even though my man Bubba would disagree and put the Road Warriors above him. The Dudley Boys for me and for Matt, we both matched up. Now, I'm going to run through my other 10 really fast just to show you how wacko my list got. All right?
Okay.
At 20, I had the Mega Powers. That was the only reason. Yeah. At 19, I had Taker and Kane. Brothers of Destruction. These were more what did I like kind of thing. Yeah. At 18, I had the Outsiders.
Damn. That's really low, but okay.
At 17, the Wild Samoans. 16, Money Inc.
Can't be mad at that. Big
Money
IRS
Inc.
fan.
Big IRS fan. Where's 15? 15 was Demolition, which is very low for them.
Not the as I look back on history, not the biggest Demolition fan. Can't really think of a standout Demolition moment or match. Like, can't.
No.
Just had a great presence, right?
They
They
did.
had,
Well, they were the generic Road Warriors.
yeah.
At 14, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, Art of the Four Horsemen.
As a kid, I didn't realize how great they were
Neither did I.
as a tag team.
It's looking back on it.
But when you look back on history,
Do you know what the two of
they were
them
pretty
did?
damn good.
They submitted everyone. That's how they won matches. And honestly, they should be higher up, but that's okay.
Big time Brainbusters fan.
At 13, I had the British Bulldogs because, they're a good tag team, but they never.
Lightning in the bottle.
Yep.
Like lightning in the bottle.
I had the Steiners all the way down at 12. And I had Edge and Christian at 11. They barely just cracked they almost made my top 10.
For shame, the Steiners at 12.
It's low.
Steiner math says you're off.
I played Steiner Math for my manager yesterday, and he was like crying, laughing. He's like, "This isn't real." I'm like, "No, this is real."
You want to talk top 5 promos of all time? That's in the top number 1. That's
Honorable mention: The Beautiful People and The Outsiders.
the beautiful. I thought, because I really did think of the tag team list, and I thought to myself, if I were gonna put a female tag team in my top 10,
Didn't even think about putting a female tag team.
would you say the Boston Hug Connection? First women tag team champions. I love that team. They were a great tag team. I mean, they didn't have a long run like that. Like longevity wise, like women tag team. Beautiful People probably are the longest tenured women's tag team. You got the Iconics. Love the Iconics. Like I'm such an icon. The Inspiration. That's what they call themselves now.
Yep.
And TNA. Oh hell no.
Now, I really wasn't a big fan of the Bellas. Bellas were eye candy.
Man, I didn't mean to say it like that. No shade on Nikki or Brie, but no.
Honestly,
yeah, Lay Cool. Those are good.
I wasn't watching wrestling as much when the Bellas were in their heyday. I was working for the band and drinking.
I watched it. I was never impressed with them. They got so much better though.
They did.
When they went singles.
Yeah.
When they went apart, I think that's when they truly honed the craft of being great wrestlers or solid wrestlers. I will say great. Brie, 10 times better than Nikki in the ring. But great list. You and Matt, you guys brought it with the list. I'm gonna.
I appreciate that.
I will definitely partake in the next list making.
Want to come up with something good.
For sure.
But we had a hell of a fucking Raw. Pardon my language, but it deserved the F-bomb.
It did.
Except the ending ended up great, but I am very tired of seeing that match right now. But we'll get to the end. We're not at that.
We open up. How did we open up Raw?
We opened up with Rhea Bloody Ripley, who last defeated Asuka on Raw September 22nd.
I find it hard to believe that the same people who watch, who operate, who own SmackDown, watch, operate, and own Monday Night Raw. Because they took a story that has no business being there. Like this story has no business being as entertaining and compelling as it is. Io's trying to win an Emmy because she is.
Let me tell you what. Rhea needed something to do to get away from the title picture, right? And like you said, this thing that came just it just is a weird thing, but it has become grippingly good. And Iyo, man, she's trying to give Paul a run for her money for the Iyo, for the Emmy.
Man,
Okay.
I mean, Rhea comes out there, calls out Iyo. Iyo comes out there, was like, no, I still love them. And like she has these
Family.
fake tears going like
Family. We could still be a family. We could
We could
still be together. It was like a Hallmark movie taking place right in front of us.
And I loved that they did the backstage segment with the subtitles with Asuka and Kyrie. Not saying I don't understand when they speak English, but having them speak in Japanese
Yep.
really helps because
It does. It flows better for them. I
it
will say
does.
this. I hated Asuka's face paint. It creeped me the hell out.
Really? I loved it.
No. It was amazingly done and it looked great. It just creeped me out because I kept seeing it just creeped me out. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. That's why I said I hated it. It creeped me out. And yes, again, Iyo is the best women's wrestler in the world right now, in Watch Addict's opinion and my opinion. I agree.
Can't
She should
disagree.
stick to that. Acting ain't her thing. Look,
I got so much entertainment out of it because she was so over the top.
I enjoyed the
hilarious.
hell out of this segment. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
And once again, I've said this before. I think that Kyrie is going to come out of all of this better off for it, right?
I hope so.
I think so. We're gonna build Kyrie Zane up, right? She's gonna continue to stick with Asuka until she's had enough of it. Asuka pushes her too far. She yells Kyrie one too many times in the back.
But I also agree with that. When they're speaking their local language, you can see and feel their emotions come out better. And I have no problem with that at all. I like when the Spanish wrestlers do that because you can really feel what they're saying a lot more.
It's easier for them to just get it out. Right?
So Rhea's in the ring. Kabuki Warriors come out and beat Rhea down. Iyo comes out to try and save them and gets a face full of blue mist. And that's where the acting went off the rails.
Man, like the weirdest thing of all of this is, and I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna sound so terrible, but American wrestling fans are generally terrible to foreign athletes. Generally, it's gotten better because Penta is super over.
Yep.
But like in the past, if you didn't speak English, literally you would get silenced or you get booed out of the building.
Yep.
Iyo, I don't know when this happened, but Iyo became everybody's favorite person on the planet. She didn't do any, she's just a great wrestler, right? Like she's a great wrestler, but like that doesn't always translate to people cheering for you the way they cheer for Iyo.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a good actor. She's not a good promo.
Yeah.
But everybody loves her, and I love it though because she seems so genuinely happy when she's in the ring. Like she seems like she's genuinely having a great time, and the fact that she can wrestle so damn good helps with everything. And she just keeps having great matches after great matches. And you're right because poor Iyo decided not to jump in the shower after this miss. The entire rest of the night, she just sat there looking sad with the blue paint on. And after the third time, I was like, you just giving up, right? Hilarious.
You know who else gets cheered out of nowhere? You know who else gets cheered?
The greatest luchador of all time.
The greatest luchador / intercontinental champion of all time, who was in a match against Rusev. Rusev, who beat big ass head JD McDonough on Raw September 22nd. Last time Dom wrestled was way back on September 12th, where he captured the AAA Mega Championship to become a double champion. When they finally pull the trigger on Dom turning face, it's going to catapult him to superstardom.
You know, a week ago, I would have disagreed until he had this match with Rusev. And I saw what he looks like being a come from under babyface. Man, I didn't see it when he came up. I like when he
I
first
hated
teamed up
him.
with Ray.
Like, I hated him with the short hair, and like I just generally didn't like him at all. I thought when he first came out with the teardrop after being in prison was like hilarious, but like it looked like they were just going to make him a comedy act. And something along the line changed, and just like after the turn on Rhea, it just everything changed for him. And I'm so glad. I love watching that natural. I mean, they had a great match.
They did. Rusev, man. Rusev, I don't know what they're going to do with Rusev because he's such a great heel, but it's like they don't want to pull a trigger on him, but they should. Like, I think Rusev should be a main event player. Like, I really do. I don't. He's great worker. I mean, I think his personal life and I think his temperament, I think, like, because I feel like tomorrow Rusev be like, fuck this, I'm going home and just never come back. He'll go back to Bulgaria and just never come back, right? Man,
Dom has taken on more of the Eddie persona. The thing he did with the belt in front of the ref was hilarious because, and I know that was on purpose, but my man's got to get his timing down. The ref's looking at him and he threw the belt and fell down, and the ref's like, no, I watched you. Honestly,
great spot.
Nobody else should be able to do that move. Like, that should be solely his move.
Correct.
Nobody else should play that game.
Unless they're wrestling him.
And
it has to be a one-off. Like, it has to be like when him and AJ did it at the same time.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yes.
This was a great match. And like you said, him coming from under, the crowd was so behind him. And he's going to be a mega star when he
I feel like he already is.
Well,
because
Triple
H, boy, he's over.
Yeah, he is. And I agree. I agree with what Watch Addict said. I don't want them to wait too long like they've done with LA Knight, where he still gets the cheers, but it's like it's past like stop. Unfortunately. Man. You're not getting that. LA Knight's not getting where he needs to. They had their chance and they should have pulled the trigger back when he was first red hot. And they were like, no, let's wait. And now it's almost like my dog just rolled by. And true. And Dom overcame a deadbeat dad.
He had no father figure in his life.
Yeah.
Just a complete and utter deadbeat of a father, Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Look, and then a rundown.
We went to another match. First, we had a little backstage segment. Lyra and Bailey, one of Bailey's personas, came up to Lyra and tried to ask her to come out to the ring with her, and Lyra was like, no. Lyra's all confused. Lyra don't know what's going on. So we're gonna get Bailey versus Big Mommy Cool.
Raquel
Rodriguez. Bailey defeated Roxanne on Raw September 22nd. Raquel defeated Lyra on Raw September 8th.
So what I want to say before we get into this match is I hate Lyra Valkyria. Make up your mind. Do you want to be Bailey's friend? Do you want to talk to Bailey?
Hey, well, you just don't like Irish wrestlers.
You're right. It's those plucky Irish wrestlers.
You hate them Irish wrestlers.
Lyra, you were going, when Bailey was gone, you were like going to Adam Pearce crying that you can't, like, now she's back. Now you want to act like you don't want to be friends. Come on, make up your mind. Get it together, Lyra. Get it together.
Well, they had a damn good match.
Somebody, I think it was which one's the guy that I hate the most. Joe Tessitore, there
Joe
you go.
Tessitore.
He said if there's going to be a comeback wrestler of the year, it should be Raquel Rodriguez. Or I think Wade might have said it, and I'd usually tune Wade out. But boy, they're not wrong because
No,
she has had a career resurgence, and she's kind of had a coming out of her shell moment this year. And they had a great match because I mean Bailey, Bailey and Raquel they had once again good chemistry, right?
Yep.
It just you got the veteran in there just kind of working like a veteran's supposed to work. Unlike what Nia did on Friday. And Raquel just knows what to do. She knows how to use her size now and just be the big bully in the ring.
Did you notice Bailey throwing little homage out there twice?
No, I did.
Bailey did a twist of fate outside the ring and then followed it up with a swanton inside the ring.
God, I hate her now. Okay. Why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me? I definitely, I did. I remember the swanton. Like, where did that come from? But I mean, it's the multiple personas. I get it, right? Let me just pull out some stuff out of my bag.
Yep.
I mean, what I do want to say is please never break up Raquel and Roxanne.
Oh, Liv's going to come back and break that up.
I know that's unfortunate because they are so good together. Like they can literally have whether they're manager, whether they're singles, whether they're tag. I think that's like a perfect matchup right there. Like just perfection.
And it was something born out of an injury. It wasn't supposed to be. And that's again randomness.
Because Liv and Raquel was great, but this is something different. Like they just have their chemistry is just off the charts.
Yep.
And she does. Roxanne, she shouldn't because Roxanne should be in the title picture. Her and Stephanie Riquet are going to tear somebody's house down.
It's going to be the best.
Like they're going to tear some house down, and I hope Roxanne actually gets a W because she deserves her chance.
So Raquel got the win on a Tejada bomb, right? And then Roxanne jumped in and they started beating them up. And then Valkyrie and then Lyra made the save. Right? Lyra came out and made the save. And then Lyra was getting beat up. And then Bailey came in and made the save. And then Bailey went over the top with acting.
What are you doing, you big idiot? Like, oh my God. Never changed.
This is why I miss Michael Cole.
Yes.
On the announce table for Raw.
She would have roasted him and what are you doing?
We'll get there though. Well, I know we'll get there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then on Raw we had like then we had like a 20-minute Cody Seth retrospective. A video package.
I like the package.
I like it.
I did.
I like it, but it just, I don't know. It felt like it took away from the show a little bit. But I get it. And that's what we're going to do.
Because I thought that they did the package because they weren't going to be there.
Right.
That's
what I figure. Then we get a pointless backstage segment between LA Knight and Adam Pearce, and Kofi and Xavier Woods show up. And they just out of nowhere put this LA Knight Kofi Kingston match together.
I'm not mad at it. I wasn't. Because one, I find the New Day to be extremely entertaining because they're so random. That.
So the last time LA Knight was in action he lost to Jey Uso on September 22nd. Again, another man that's taken a lot of L's. And Kofi and Xavier Woods and Grayson Waller, for whatever reason, lost to the War Raiders and Penta I like, on Raw September 22nd.
That's when Penta almost broke Grayson Waller's neck with that Canadian or Mexican destroyer off the top rope. Great move.
I think the only reason they made this match was to give LA Knight a win.
Oh, for sure.
And that's it.
For sure.
It's to give him a win, and Xavier can take the loss because he's a beast and he does whatever they want and he doesn't complain and he's still funny and he still works.
Yes.
It was a match. It wasn't an awful match. It wasn't a great match. It was a match.
Kofi is Kofi can win, lose, draw. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna go out there and entertain you. His matches aren't the best, but once again, he puts on entertaining matches. And Xavier on the outside is always entertaining. So I'm never mad when New Day's on my screen, other than when they have the tag team titles. But yeah, I mean it was serviceable. It
was okay.
Definitely wasn't great. Yeah.
But then we got another backstage segment. We got Maxine Dupree and Tozawa walking along, talking. And here's Becky Lynch.
Just being a bully. Why do you have to bully the small people?
She didn't just bully him. She sucker punched Tozawa.
Yes.
Knocked him cold.
Yes.
Talk shit to Maxine. Walked away, came back, beat Maxine up on the table.
Yes.
And then walked back to where her hot husband was standing, looking at his watch still, probably trying to figure out how to tell time on a regular watch. And he didn't even really look up. He just like, feel better now? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. He looked like, Seth looked like if The Undertaker and David Byrne from the Talking Heads had a baby. It would be Seth Rollins on Monday night.
Then we get the in-ring segment that was, in my opinion, awesome. Last time Seth Rollins was in action, he was in action with Becky and lost to CM Punk and the disappearing AJ Lee.
Tragic.
And Cody defeated Drew McIntyre at the aforementioned WrestlePalooza.
Yes.
Palooza. This back and forth segment between Cody and Seth was great.
Yes. I was so not interested in this match at Crown Jewel.
Same.
You could Cody's going to fight Seth. So what? These guys have made this match.
You got to remember the history. Like if you think back of the history, Cody was his first opponent when he came back.
Yep.
They did the matches, the torn pec, and then Seth came and helped him all the way up, being his shield to win the belt. Where we were here in Philadelphia when he won the belt, where he finished the story. The great city of Philadelphia set WrestleMania records. At WrestleMania 40. But Cody questioning Heyman and what Heyman's doing and just trying to plant those seeds.
Truly like the Homelander. Just like his hero. Just like his hero. His childhood hero, Homelander. I mean, when you give Seth Rollins a reason to be passionate about something, he knocks it out of the park. Like if he's just going out there to cut a promo on just some randomness, like it usually comes off flat. But when he has passion behind his words and he has conviction, then he always knocks out. This was a great segment because once again, I didn't care. Like I really didn't. But the last 2 weeks, they've made me invest in this match. And I know it's going to be a great match because they're going to both go out there and show out.
Who do you think wins?
Oh, Seth. Seth has to win. Like Seth can't win again. He can't lose again.
No, he can't.
And I don't think it's going to be because of the bronze either. I think he's going to beat Cody clean.
I think he's going to make them wait behind and they're going to have a clean match because Cody beat him 3 straight times with no help and no interference. And I think Seth's going to show him the respect that makes you kind of look at Seth teetering on is he going to be a good guy again? And then Seth's going to turn around and be just an evil heel, which I want.
For sure. I think Seth has to win this match. He can't lose this match. Like he cannot lose this match.
No.
That would really, the loss to Cody does nothing, right? A loss for Cody does nothing to hurt him. Because SmackDown, in all honesty, it is what it is on SmackDown. Oh man,
I could
see that. I don't want to see that. but I could see that.
I want the scenario that they pitched for Drew to happen where Randy inadvertently causes Cody to lose or something like that. I want Randy to, you gotta, at some point, you gotta circle Randy into that.
Yeah, I think we really need to cool off on CM Punk and well, no, we got War Games coming up, so
Yeah.
I could see that causing
We're,
it. And
we're gonna talk about War Games in a minute.
we'll get to that.
Because we got it. The next match that we got was AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the new faction, Los Americanos. And AJ Styles and Dragon Lee lost to Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano back all the way on Raw August 11th. And this, the first time that Los Americanos have been together. Because this is a new faction now. El Grande Americano is such a great American that he now has two people with him. What are their names again?
They have names?
They do. They do. Rayo and Bravo. Rayo and Bravo.
Okay. Let's rewind the clock back a few years.
Let's go.
There was a guy who came to NXT and his theme song was so popular that it just got him over. That guy's name was Bobby Roode. Glorious shot up to like #1 on like somebody's chart at the time, and everybody. And then the WWE just started running it into the ground. They had to play Glorious. They wanted, but they never capitalized on it. Like they still had Robert Roode being a complete jobber, right? And they ran it into the ground. They would find new and inventive ways to get that theme song on the screen. Same thing happened with Joe Hendry, right?
Yep.
Like they find new and inventive ways. They have Rusev Day. They have these lightning in the bottle moments, and then they find a new way to ruin it. Because El Grande Americano is lightning in the bottle. He should not have happened. He should not be a thing.
Nope.
But he got himself over. The shorter El Grande Americano got injured. Mm-hmm. And when he got injured, apparently that made him taller and more fit, leaner.
It did. He worked out a lot.
He worked out a lot to overcome that injury.
He did.
And boy, oh boy, he's over. His matches are entertaining. And then they do this. And I don't agree with it. And I'm all for comedy wrestling.
I don't know. Stupid. I don't know why they're doing this. I want to see what the payoff is going to be. I don't love it either. It's weird.
Yeah.
As fun as a match as it was, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee won. Now,
of course,
you got AJ Styles and John Cena coming up, but John Cena is not scheduled for any dates before this, I don't believe, before the Clash of Champions. So AJ is going to have to do all the legwork to get this ready.
Beat up John Cena. That's what he's going to do. I'm just going to Whataburger and beating up John Cena.
And he's probably going to lose.
For sure.
Cena's going to win.
Yeah,
Cena's going to win out until his final match. By the way, tickets for the John Cena final show in Washington, D.C., if you want to sit down near the ring, just have an extra $11,000 handy right now.
Ooh. Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll just take out a second mortgage. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's it. It was an okay match. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything to write home about.
Yeah.
And
I tuned out during that match.
And then we get to the match where I have the tiniest bit of a problem with. It's just the same ending to the show, almost.
Yeah.
It's the same 4 people in the ring. And that's where I have the problem is you're not really doing anything new. At least when we first start out, we're not doing anything new. It's a tornado tag match. That's a different twist.
Yeah.
And Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker defeated the Usos at the WrestlePalooza on September 20th. This was a typical match for the four of them.
Yes. Like everybody gets their stuff in. And Braun and at some point in time in the match, Braun and Bronson just look completely invincible. Somebody's going through a table.
Yep.
And a great spot. Braun jumps from the barricade and like clotheslines. I think it was Jimmy through the table. Great spot.
Yep.
I love all four of these people in this match. But man, you're right. It's the same thing over and over again.
It's the same thing.
It's not special.
It's not. Now, the end of the match, I knew something was up, but I didn't see this coming. When Braun stacked the two of them up on the other side of the ring,
yes,
and Bronson goes to start climbing up, there's no way something's gonna happen. I thought maybe Cody, maybe LA Knight's gonna come down. Like
they were three-quarters of the ring.
Shane McMahon would have had trouble making that jump. And I was just like, well, that's odd. And then the music hit.
Did not see that coming. I popped. I was like, what?
Because when Cody came out, the guy at the pyro machine was asleep.
Yeah, nah, I don't have time for you. Not you. And Cody looked back like, what? You guys are not.
Did you not pay? Did I not? It's in my contract. Did you guys not pay the pyro bill this month?
Yeah.
What happened?
He looked visually upset that his pyro didn't go off.
Good.
Yes.
Good. So the OTC comes back. Roman Reigns. First the music hit and it played out for like a good 30 seconds. And the Browns were like, he ain't here. And they literally, you can read their lips in the ring, like, he ain't here. And it kept playing. And I was like, all right, maybe the Usos are playing a game, right?
Take your time, bro.
We've seen that before.
Yeah.
And then here he comes. Slow walking Roman. You got time for me? I gonna take my time with this chair.
If Bronson could have reached that other side of the ring, he would have splashed him by the time he got to the ring. Like, what are you doing?
He took his time like Jay takes his time. When Jay comes out, bent over, like doing my brother's getting his ass whooped. Hold on, I gotta do this first.
The goon run. That's what I call that. The goon run. Oh my God.
So here comes the tribal chief with the chair. I noticed something when he was on the outside with Braun and he went to hit him with the chair. He was facing him and he spun him so he could hit him in the back.
Of course.
That's a veteran move.
Yeah.
Veteran move right there.
Correct.
Back in the day, back in the Undertaker's day, you should crack him in the head.
Oh, for sure. Back in the Attitude Era, nobody got hit in the back with a chair. Everybody took.
If you got hit in the back with a chair, you went to the back and got called names. You bitch.
Yes.
You a bitch.
Yes.
But the OTC unloaded with the steel chairs, letting the Usos do the double splash for the win. Then Roman beat up on the Bronze. Just kept going.
Mm-hmm. As he should.
And then hands with Jimmy. No. Hands with Jay. He put his arms on Jay's shoulder the microphone came in.
The long hug or the long handshake like, hey, you're really my brother. I don't know about this other guy.
And Jimmy's just kind of standing there watching him and Roman was talking to him. This is your show. Your time. I told you, don't trust anybody. You don't need anybody. Roman's propping up the next tribal chief.
And you know who's going to win out of all of this?
I thought Roman was going to come back and shake Jay back to normal. Instead, Roman is putting him up.
Come to the dark side, young Vader. You know.
Can I tell you what I think's going to happen?
I would love to hear it.
I think Paul Heyman is going to go back to the bloodline. When I said at the beginning of the show that we're in the 4th or 5th inning now, bloodline story's coming back around and it's starting to ramp back up.
I can see that. And I think Jimmy is going to be so much better for this because his character was just floundering on SmackDown.
Yep.
And now that he's back in it, like he's shown more character in the last month than he had in the last year on SmackDown.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to this. Whatever they're gonna do. I wasn't agreeing with Jay flat out turning, but this is a slow burn. They're doing this right. Like they're not just, he's not just becoming a different person instantly and just forgetting about all the other stuff. He's angry. He's actually becoming more focused, and I like it. I'm really liking what I'm seeing now.
If there's one thing they've taken care to just not totally fumble, it's the bloodline story. Jimmy does need a group dynamic.
I think so, to play off somebody else.
But we said last week that the stuff that I was reading was that the last round of the bloodline story wasn't as much about Roman, who had the belts and had everything, but was about Jay.
Yeah.
Pushing Jay leaving the bloodline, Jay turning on Roman, Jay going out on his own, Jay becoming champion. Now you got to do that to Jimmy. Maybe not become world champion, but see what happens, see what they can do with Jimmy.
U.S. champion. I mean, there's plenty.
Intercontinental champion.
Speed champion. No, I can't.
24/7 champion. Bring it back.
Exactly.
24/7 champion. I would like to see it again.
Great episode of Raw. Like this was a really good episode of Raw. So many different stories were layered on this episode, and it didn't feel like it dragged. Of course, there was some. To me, I just wasn't a fan of the Los Americanos thing, and I thought I would be, but they just look super goofy out there. Like I mean, El Grande looks the part, but those other guys, Mr. Dunn, Mr. Bate, they just look silly. Like they don't look the part, as they say.
Yep. I'm happy to see where we're going. I'm not happy about having to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning to watch WrestleMania in 2 years, but that's a topic for another time.
I can't wait to have that conversation. That's going to be my favorite conversation. Saudi WrestleMania probably is going to be a turning point in the WWE. It really, it's a bridge we're going to have to cross when we get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, just I like what I'm seeing. I don't know what Crown Jewel is going to look like as a whole, because WrestlePalooza was just not it, and we gotta get something back.
Yep.
We gotta get, they have to make up for that, because that was atrocious. And yeah, kegs and eggs for Saudi Mania. I probably won't watch Mania live. That's really early.
I'll have to see when we get to it. We're 2 years away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have enough problem with Crown Jewel.
I mean, but we're gonna have the Rumbles in Saudi next year, isn't it? Or is that year after next? Yeah, I think the Rumble is it. I think it's either next year or year after next. So.
Yeah, dude. Crown Jewel's gonna start at 8 a.m.
Say that again?
Yep. Eastern time, Crown Jewel, 8 a.m.
Oh, that's 6 a.m. my time. Oh, no, thanks.
Yep.
I'll be good. I'll catch that on the replay.
We gotta talk.
Yeah.
Matt, we gotta talk. The pool's closed. I don't know if I'm gonna be talking to Matt much this winter anyway, because his pool's closed.
that is early.
Oh, blooded. But I had fun.
For sure. Great episode. So
great episode.
I do want to.
The Island.
Yes, I do want to do a shameless plug before we go. This Friday,
Please do.
your boy T. I am starting up my podcast / live stream. And once I figure out my podcast audio, I'll make sure that I actually publish the Island of Relevancy podcast as well. I've already set up both of the podcast channels. I just actually have to start transferring the audio over. I have to start downloading the audio that we do here. But yeah,
Yeah,
so the weekend update with T will start
I love it.
Friday night at 10 after SmackDown.
Okay.
It'll just be me talking about the movies that's coming out the weekend. Everybody at my job always asks me what's coming out, what should they go see. So come hang out with me for about an hour of your time if you're not already, 3 sheets to the wind Friday night. It's at 10 Eastern time, which is 8 my time. So I have plenty of. I'm old and washed up. I don't do much on the weekends anymore, other than
I hear
spend time
you.
with the family. So yeah, 10 o'clock on the Have You Seen That with T YouTube channel will be the weekend update. I'll talk about the movies. This weekend I'm going to see Good Boy and what's the
Nice.
other movie? In the Bone Lake. There you go. Bone Lake and Good Boy. I'll be reviewing those and talking about some other stuff that I watched. But yeah,
I will follow that up with my own shameless plug. Because of hockey taking over my life, we are going to do a Geek Spot News tomorrow night. That's Thursday, October 2nd. Time is either going to be 7 or 7:30. I got to go into work at 6 o'clock and do a internet cutover. So it should be like 30 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to start at like 7:30. Not sure yet. We'll post it.
for sure. I will be there. In the Smashing Machine, I think I might
I want
have
to see that.
I might have time to see that Friday. That's like 2.5 hours. I think that's the reason why I'm
Yeah.
not going on Thursday. Because like
I'm
Good Boy is
chilling
like
this
an hour.
weekend. I did Hershey Park last Saturday, and then I played hockey
Your
Monday
beard
and
recovered.
Tuesday. My beard has recovered. If you follow me, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you see the beard picture. It's wonderful. It's amazing. It was the
Yes.
best time in the world.
I love to see it, man.
It was great. Yankees are still tied. Oh, never mind.
Oh man.
My
Yeah.
update didn't go through.
I just saw that update. The Yankees did just score. But on that note, we're gonna end. I want to thank Matt. Thank you so much for coming and shaming my Nia Jax. Thank you for
Yes,
the
sir.
Wrestling Addict. We had
Watch
another
Watch
person.
Addict.
Watch
The
Addict.
Watch
There you
Addict
go.
and our boy and me and Matt's boy Mike Jansen popped in
Yes.
to say hi and
Thank
talk a
y'all
little
so
bit.
much for stopping by on the Island of Relevancy. Hopefully, we'll get another great week of wrestling like we had this week. Hopefully, SmackDown. Brian, please listen. Just listen to us. We'll make the show better. And just have
Yes, sir.
a Damian Priest and Aleister Black kicking match, and that will boost
Go
ratings.
Birds.
I just hope the Yankees don't lose. And on that note, we'll catch y'all next week. Same bad time. There we go.
You got it.